Hello, everybody. Jackson here, coming to you with an article by our dear friend, Mr. Paul Tassi, at the fucking Forbes. At the Forbes! I write about video games for Forbes! This fucking guy. Okay, just in case you're unfamiliar, I've already taken Mr. Tassi to task when he was... And, you know, here's the thing. I wasn't even taking him to task so much as I was taking Bungie to task for the way that they do their microtransactions, because their microtransactions are fucking there to feed addiction. Okay, it's like Magic the Gathering. These fucking, you know, the RNG. What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? You never know what you're gonna get, man. You know, Destiny's microtransactions aren't fucking built to sell you like what you want. They're built to sell you 100 things you don't want and one thing you fucking want. Because they're smart. Anyway, Mr. Paul Tassi wrote a fucking article where he went off about how, he just, you know, he doesn't mind them asking for more money because he loves the game so much and he fucking, basically, this kid fucking jerks off over Destiny like it's his day job. Oh, wait. It's his fucking day job to jerk off over Destiny. What the fuck? That's weird. That is his day job. Anyway, so, no, this guy wrote this and he sounded like a drug addict where he was just like, Bungie, come on, I'll give you $150 fucking dollars. Just give me what I want. Like, I don't want to have to sit here and roll and roll and roll. Like, it's supremely unfair to me, the player. It sounded like a crackhead fucking negotiating with his dealer. All right. Which I've seen. On both sides. Now, not crack. For me, it was opiates, but still. There's not much difference. Fucking addict's an addict. Anyway, moving on. We got a new article by Mr. Tassi today called, I would pay for No Man's Sky DLC. He would. He's got a whole article here to tell us how much he would love to pay fucking Hello Games more money for paid DLC. He wants it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's hear what he's got to say. You know, that's really what this is about. This is about discussion, okay? Because there was this weird thing that happened where there were these death threats towards fucking Hello Games and No Man's Sky when the game was delayed, which I almost at this point in time am starting to think is made up bullshit. How real are these death threats these people fucking always come out with? Alright? Some fucking 12-year-old kid says some bullshit in a petulant fucking fit online doesn't constitute a fucking legitimate threat on your life. Okay? But I fucking still, this is wrong, and if it was real, I still defend them on that, and it's bullshit that they should have to fucking deal with that shit because of a video game, alright? But a weird thing happened to us on this side of the fucking aisle. With our arguments, we were fucking lumped in all of a sudden with these maniacal little bastard children who are fucking threatening people's lives online, right? All of us are like that. Okay? None of our complaints are legitimate. We're just fucking crazy, fucking never gonna get what we want extremists, right? Says the fucking crackhead fucking scratching his neck, willing to suck Bungie's dick if they'll just sell him the goddamn gun skin he wants. A skin for your gun, Paul. Of course you'd pay more money for fucking No Man's Sky DLC. As I sit around and wait for new patches and content to come to games like Destiny, The Division, Overwatch, Titanfall, and Final Fantasy, there's one game I really want to see continue to update itself more than most. No Man's Sky. You're an idiot, and I'm calling you a shill here. You're either getting paid to write this article or you're a complete fucking moron. Alright? Let's talk about the differences between Destiny, The Division, Overwatch, Titanfall, and Final Fantasy. Those companies can deliver on update promises because they have the required man-hour to do so. There is a reason we haven't heard shit from Sean Murray or Hello Games. Alright? Since the release of No Man's Sky. Because they're done fucking talking. Alright? They done already made their fucking paycheck. They don't have to fucking tell us anything now. Alright? The game came out, the damage has been done, now all they're going to do is continually update the game, and that's a good thing. Alright? And it's kind of a fucking thing where I feel like they honestly probably do feel bad. I think they do. I think that they probably honestly feel guilty. Okay? Because they have reason to. Okay? This isn't just some crazy fucking bullshit, you know, that we're just getting mad about for no reason over here, all right? They have a reason to feel guilty. They have a reason to not want to come out and say anything. Okay? There's a reason there hasn't been anything said. But before release, there were national fucking television interviews going on. There were daily tweets. There was all sorts of things happening, okay? That's the difference, okay, between those other stupid, worthless games you mentioned. Alright, I haven't played the new Final Fantasy, so I'm probably throwing a judgment call there, but I'm just saying. You know, your other Destiny, The Division, Overwatch, Titanfall. Like, dude, you'd probably buy all the shit they have in those games. Those are your games. Because those where all your hundreds of dollars go to. You fucking idiot. Yes, it's the biggest gaming cautionary tale, in quotations, of 2016, but despite the game's many flaws, I've always been something of an apologist for it. Well, at least you're admitting it now. Yes, the game lacks depth and certain features that were promised, but what is there is still pretty cool, and I really quite enjoyed the game's first major Foundation update, which added freighters, base building, and farming last year. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad. I'm at the point now where I would genuinely pay money for No Man's Sky DLC. Although even the mere mention of that idea is likely to get people hissing. Hello Games wouldn't dare to make Yeah, we're all crazy. This is what we're saying. Hello Games wouldn't dare to make paid DLC for No Man's Sky after breaking all their promises with the game. Hiss, hiss. That's in quotations. That's what we say. Anyone who disagrees with Mr. Paul Tassi on the fact that fucking No Man's Sky Hello Games deserves to put paid DLC in their game, deserves any more money from the gamers that they misled pre-release and have left in complete silence since then. That's what we all think. We're all just hissing assholes, man. And you know what? No, they probably won't dare. But I also wonder how long it's appropriate to make them pay penance for their sins, in quotations, regarding, in quotations again, what No Man's Sky should have been. Given that such a statement is so open to interpretation. No, it's really not. It's really not. Because thanks to Mr. Murray's giant fucking mouth pre-release, we have a long log of things to go through. Things that he said, complicated crafting system. We're not giving the players the rules. You're just going to be able to combine things randomly and create new things. It's very Minecrafty, you know. Those rules, there's not rules. You know, it's fun to let players figure those out for themselves. The rules were this. You had the crafting plan, you had the mats, you made it. That was it. That's so complicated. Never seen that done in a fucking video game before. Alright. It's not open to interpretation, okay? What the game should have been what Mr. Murray was saying it was going to be. If it was even like 50% of what he was going to say it was going to be, trust me, man, I was fucking backing this game up from the jump. I wanted an indie dev to come out and shut up these fucking people who were like, they shouldn't be able to charge $60. This is around the time I'm saying in my critique and review of Salt and Sanctuary that I felt like I wish they would have charged $30 for it. So that maybe we could see this company fucking come out with more games, because Salt and Sanctuary, it was a fucking almost religious experience for me. Okay, that game took me back to my childhood in a way that I can't even explain. Made me feel, it's just, that game was brilliant, and I gladly would have paid more than $18 for it. The $18 they were asking. So I was backing No Man's Sky up. I was backing Hello Games up, defending Mr. Murray on the death threats, the fucking, all the bullshit he's hearing from the fucking delays, all the bullshit they're hearing on the pricing. I'm like, look, let's give him a chance. We want to see this. We gave him the chance, all right? We all gave him the chance. We went on his word, and his word was shit when it came to the release of No Man's Sky. Because what we got was early access fucking indie game to the max that was not worth $60 price. Okay? Mr. Murray thought that Hello Games' No Man's Sky was worth the same amount asking price as CD Projekt Red's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And you wonder why gamers don't take you serious, Mr. Tassi. You wonder why real gamers, the people who are fucking playing this shit, reading this shit, looking this shit up, we are fucking the ones that are looking at you, and people like you on your side of the island are begging you to stop playing video games. Because you've inflated this shit to the point of mediocrity the same way Hollywood was. And they just got all the money now, so there's no fucking room for error. Let's follow these steps. These are the steps we're gonna follow, okay? And you know what? I wanted to see someone come out and not follow those steps and still have a game that was worthy of a $60 asking price. Built by an indie developer. I wanted that too, alright? But the reality of the situation is he lied to ensure that the game that his company, that he and his wife own, sold better, okay? And since then, we haven't heard anything from him about any of this. And he's speaking at this conference. He's not going to talk about any of that. He's not. He's going to talk about the math behind his game, which is impressive. And his game engine, which is impressive, but not worth $60. Not worth $60. Not when there are other people who are taking the time to build complete games that work on day one that are charging the same fucking price. Alright? And I get people who say they're developers all the time haranguing me and yelling at me for my opinions on No Man's Sky and my fucking harsh treatment of this studio. And you know what I have to say to them? You should be thanking me. Because these people are ruining your reputation. I was at the point, like I said, where I was into the indie. I was fucking willing to spend more so that I could see these people that were putting love, heart, and care into their games to build cohesive, functioning products that fucking were an experience. I was willing to pay them more. I was willing to back them up, okay? I was on the side of the developers and saying, fuck the publishers, all right? But then he does this, it doesn't help your cause at all. It doesn't help your cause. So go ahead and keep defending him. It does nothing but hurt your entire cause. Anyway, wild tangent. Had to stop, take a deep breath, calm down. Let's get back to this bullshit article, shall we? I don't think it's open to interpretation, though, about what No Man's Sky should have been. I think that as we move forward, as consumers, as gamers, we need to accept the same standard as any other fucking product that we're buying. Okay? If I go to buy some vitamin whatever and someone tells me it cures cancer and it doesn't cure cancer, that's bullshit, right? I'm an idiot for buying it. I'm an idiot for thinking that, right? But does that make it any less wrong that that person is touting a fucking product and selling a product that does not function the way that he's saying it functions? All right? This is the thing. You can talk all day you want about whether or not what No Man's Sky should have been, whether or not blah, blah. Look, it should have functioned, right? Like, it shouldn't have hard crashed every fucking 20 to 30 minutes. This is the thing. It wasn't just the things that were gone. It's the things that were there that didn't work. The bugs, the glitches, the hard crashes, the fucking saves that wouldn't reload, the saves that would infinite hard crash loop, the ability to warp beyond this first star system where you gain the plans to build the fucking warp system. To where you don't have fucking warp fucking thing, you can't warp anymore, you're stuck. Okay, the game should have at least functioned, right? Take away all the bullshit that he left out. You know, the 90% of what he talked about pre-release that he said was going to be in it that isn't there. Take that out of it. The game should have worked, right? For $60. In a world where we're taking Arkham Knight, or Arkham fucking, was it Arkham Knight? I forget, fuck it, whatever. The last one that was fucking highly whatever. People talk shit on it on the fucking PC, right? Destroyed it. Rightfully so. Selling a $60 product that doesn't fucking work is bullshit. But those same people now are all of a sudden like, hey, I'd pay money for No Man's Sky. It's because you're not fucking, you're just hip to the fucking, dude. You're off fucking track and you're out of fucking touch. Right now, yes, Hello Games has their heads down and providing big free updates to the game is their way of trying to win back the goodwill they lost with players. If you can call them fixing the game through 9 updates, and then, or it was probably more than 9, I don't know. But then finally adding base building, which was something that no one wanted or needed. And freighters, so one thing, so now we're at 11% of the 100% of shit that Sean Murray told us would be in the game and is not in the game. Right? Now we're at 11%. If you're going to call that big free updates, I'm going to call you a fucking idiot. But let's move on. But something about this strategy feels off to me, and I think the game might be better off trying to cater to players who, actually like it already. I think that's true, dude. I think you're right there, Mr. Tassi. Because honestly, like I said, the game isn't the problem with me anymore. It's not about the game anymore. I own a piece of shit that I'll never play again. Big deal. I can say that about a lot of games, but usually I only paid about $10 to $15 for them. Okay? I can't really say that about too many $60 titles that I didn't feel like I got $60 worth of my dollar. I didn't get that out of No Man's Sky. But whatever. I think you're right. I think they need to cater to you guys because they're not gonna do what I want. They're not gonna come out and address these things and be like, look, this is the reality of the situation. Sorry, we were fuckers about it, but like that's what it had to be. And you know what? That honestly might, if they had come out with an apology or some sort of fucking statement saying, look, like we're sorry we tricked you all into fucking paying into an early access fucking thing, but we promise that your money's going to be earned. Like we're going to earn your money. We're going to give you these things. We're going to continually update it, which is what they're going to do anyway. All right. And maybe they were hoping just by that action that would silence me and make me feel contented. It doesn't though. It doesn't, because it threatens every other fucking release that I buy. Because if all they have to do is sell a broken game, be quiet, and then slowly finish building it, what's to stop these other motherfuckers who are already fucking assholes about nearly everything with post-content DLC, the fucking on day one microtransactions, For Honor, right? What's gonna stop them? Oh wait, they're already doing it, right? And that's why we're calling it out. I'm not forgiving No Man's Sky any less than I think people should forgive Ubisoft and For Honor for having busted servers on day one that don't fucking work, right? Is that so crazy of me to say? That I think that we as consumers should be getting finished products? And if they want early access shit, I'm not opposed to it. Tell us what it is. Don't lie to us, man. Tell us that we're going to fucking crowdfund the development of your fucking AAA price title. We'll probably do it. All right? And then none of this shit exists. None of my videos exist. Then people don't have to call me an unreasonable hatred fucking witch hunting piece of shit. Right? For saying that I feel like I should be sold the fucking goddamn product that you told me I was being sold. But yeah, you should cater to people who like it already. Yes, I'm upset about certain aspects of No Man's Sky. Most pressingly, the terrible Atlas, center of the galaxy endings of the game. But other stuff people like to moan about, rotating planets, multiplayer. I don't give a fuck about rotating planets. I could give a fuck less about the multiplayer. Those are just two examples of things that he said that aren't in the game. That's the point, Mr. fucking Tassi. Alright? God. This fucking guy does coke off of hookers' boobs while he plays Destiny. With all of his skins and shit in there. These are things that might be nice to have, and it was dumb to start talking about them out loud if they would eventually have to be cut. But does the game really need them? Honestly, I don't think so. Okay, this is the thing when they're talking about this game. They talk that like, okay, here's what happened. He was telling us 100% of the truth. This is 100% of the game he's talking about, right? This is what they want me to swallow, and I'm not fucking swallowing it. Okay? I'm not buying it. I'm not being, I'm sorry. I'm just, call me fucking, crazy. But I'm thinking what's more likely than 100% of what he was saying being in the game and then eventually having to be cut to some bullshit, whatever the fuck reason you want to come up with. I think what's more likely is that none of that shit was in the game. It was shit that they had on the fucking writing desks, on the drawing board. Things they were planning to put in the game that eventually would not be able to make it due to his fucking wanting to take on the PC, blah, 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 all these things. All right. But here's the thing. He never fucking told us these things. He was not transparent about this. All right. He wasn't. He had so many opportunities to be up front and say, hey guys, look, this is shaping up to be kind of a fucking, you know, kind of a disaster. It's hard crashing a lot. It might not be the best running game. So, you know, we just want you to know we're still going to charge the $60, but we want you to know that it's a game that's going to be in development. We're going to continually add to it. Right? No. We don't get that kind of respect. I don't know why, but we just don't get it. And what is the limit here? How much work will Hello Games have to put into No Man's Sky before people look and go, ah, yes, this is the game I thought it would be? Does every planet I'll correct him. Does every planet have to look like the one in the day one tech demo that debuted at the VGAs before everyone's content at last? You can't even write properly, bro. You've got one fucking job, Mr. Tassi. Fucking buy microtransactions in Destiny and fucking write goddamn articles about how much you love doing so. And you can't even do it. Fuck up. That seems pretty unreasonable. So it's unreasonable for us to want what he said was an actual in-game asset that was not. This isn't a game we built. This is just, you know, it's just a planet that's in the game. It's not one that we built for here. It's unreasonable for us to expect that that's the game we buy? What fucking world are you living in? Paul Tassi? I don't know, man, but it ain't my world. It ain't the world I inhabit. It's been fun to hate on No Man's Sky over the last year, but at this point, I have to believe that the type of people who still actually care what updates the game is getting are the ones that are already won over, or didn't need to be won over in the first place. No amount of updates to the game are going to change the mind of those content to point and laugh at the game's various shortcomings indefinitely. So I feel like Hello Games is sort of pushing a boulder up an infinite hill with that crowd. Yeah, but not really. Because like I've said from the beginning, I just would like some acknowledgement. Some sort of admittance that what he did was wrong. I feel like he took advantage of the community that you shouldn't take advantage of, and those are the people that are supporting you and fucking having your back. Like I said, I made several videos defending Hello Games, defending No Man's Sky, on the death threats, on the fucking cocksucking fucking $60 asking price that everyone was so upset about, defended. Okay? And then they spit in my face on this game's release. And that really is what is at the core of my anger towards No Man's Sky and Hello Games, Mr. Murray, the whole fucking shebang, is that I was a believer. I wanted to believe. Right? But he went to a level that these other companies don't even do, man. He went to another level. He charged $60 for a barely functioning product. It didn't function the way it was intended to function in several areas. So you could say that it didn't function on release. I mean, the fact that it's hard crashing every 30 minutes, the fact that there's, you know, these things, you know, that's the thing. He took it to a whole other level, all right? A whole other level. Why do we give them exemptions? Why do we give them passes? But all these other companies we rally against, and we say, you know, well, some of us rally against. That's why I don't give them a pass. I don't give them a pass because I view it in the same light as this other shit that I take to task. All right? I view it as things that are harmful to not only consumers, to the minds of young children. What? Whoa. Jax just got fucking serious. Yeah, dude. When you're writing this article about these microtransactions and how they're unfair, because you don't get what loot you wanted, because you have to roll on random fucking chances. While you're complaining about that, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm not thinking about how Bungie should sell us those microtransactions as a package, as a one-price deal. I'm thinking of how harmful that is to children's developing minds. With the fucking loot boxes and the fucking, it's ridiculous. It's a whole other subject, and it's something that I'm sure we'll see a study on in the future. With people who know the fuck what they're doing. Because it's a curious thing to wonder about. Is how much is that affecting the kids that are playing these games? These fucking instant gratification microtransactions that teach you the thrill of the gamble. I'd just like to tell this story to some guys in Gambling Anonymous. The type of dudes you see in casinos sitting in the sports bar, looking all rough and leathery. Last dime on the line on a fucking game that you can't control. They're random because that win feels good. Feels good when you get that loot, huh, Paul? Feels good when you get that loot you wanted. This is why I would not be offended if there was actually paid DLC released for No Man's Sky at this point. Yes, the game was lacking, but you can say that about every other game that has DLC that feels cut out of the main game to some degree. No Man's Sky has a higher profile than most, but I don't agree with this idea that they're obligated to toil away forever to fix a game that will never feel fixed for most players, while everyone else makes post-release paid DLC and no one says boo. But here's the thing, Paul, is we do say boo. You don't say boo. You buy the shit. You give into the shit. You don't say anything. You're an apologist. You began this video by saying you are an apologist, and we're supposed to take anything you say seriously after that point? Your fucking view is seriously jaded and tainted by your love for these things. You've said that on multiple occasions in regard to Destiny too. So I just don't understand how anyone's supposed to take you seriously when you say no one says boo and you're talking about yourself. Because you don't say shit about any of it. Anyway, I don't know. I honestly, like I said, man, if they had just come out and said something like, this video probably wouldn't exist. My last however many videos I've done on No Man's Sky wouldn't exist. Alright? You come into then this is the thing, I get these commenters coming, they're like, you're a moron, you're a fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. You're a fucking hater, you're starting witch hunts, you're a Nazi. All this fucking crazy, ridiculous shit. Right? From the fucking other side of this argument. The one that are painting me in the same group as those crazy little fucktard 12-year-olds that are sending death threats out online. The ones that are trying to paint me into that corner. Right? These motherfuckers are the ones who are calling anyway that's the thing, like a lot of this hate that people say, like, I'm not sending hate their way, I'm sending criticism their way, honest criticism, honest questions about the release, the actions behind the release, the actions about, all of it, right? But then they come to my channel and they fucking call me a fucking, a moron or an idiot, or, just talk shit on me and then say, you're starting hate. The surest way to prove that you've lost an argument is just switch to insults, dude. You got no point anymore. I just had an argument with some fucking kid the other night. He started out, hey, moron, are you aware of how the aluminum algorithm fucking works in fucking No Man's Sky? Maybe this game's just a little too advanced for you. And I got roped into an argument with him, and guess what happened? He deleted his comment. Because he couldn't reply to any of my fucking arguments. He had nothing. So he deleted it. Because he's smart. On some level, he's smart enough to know that he just got schooled. That he just got made to appear like a jackass idiot who didn't know anything he was talking about. But of course, he's opening with, hey, moron. Sorry. That's like a side tangent. But these, Paul, just the way you're writing this and the way you're talking, like, you remind me of these people so much. So much. At this point, I think only dedicated No Man's Sky players are left, and if they're anything like me, they might not mind paying $10 to $15 for some sort of big expansion DLC. Yeah. $10 to $15. Just fucking give them your money, dude. Just call them and ask them if you can give them your money. Like, why? Dude, this fucking guy. Yes, it would be better if it were free. Obviously, everything is better if it's free. It's not free, fucking asshole. This is one thing people don't understand. These updates that have followed the release of No Man's Sky are not free content drops. Okay? It is them fixing the product that they have already sold for $60 fucking dollars. Okay? You're not giving me shit for free. You've gotten my money. Now finish the game the way that you said it would be. And if not that, come out and apologize to me, motherfucker. At least do me the common decency to come out and tell me why you explain to me why you had to lie to get me into your corner to back up your game and to buy it. If it's the goddamn amazing product that all these people would have us believe it is. If it's this grand genius game that all these people, these fucking people, these apologists, these people that sit there and call me a fucking, all these names. If we're to believe the game is as good as they say it is, why did he have to lie about it? Why didn't he just fucking tell us, oh, this is the game, this is what it's gonna be, and then fucking sell us that game? Well, there's this disconnect with their argument and our argument, and it boils down to that. Logic. Mental gymnastics, the things that these people have to do in order to fool themselves into this deluded reality where it's like we're all in the wrong. All right? We're all in the wrong. Anyone with honest criticism about the way that this game was lied about, the way this game was fucking handled, anyone with honest because it's at the core of the industry, all right? No Man's Sky is just the most glaring example of an overall problem of unfinished games on day one and then free updates that equate to them making the goddamn thing function the way it was supposed to. Well, fuck me silly. I feel so lucky they finished the game and they gave it to me for free after I already paid them money. He also feels like Hello Games has been put in shame jail for long enough now, and if they want to start trying to make money again, we shouldn't begrudge them that. You think they're not making money? The game's still selling, dipshit. They have sales. People are gonna buy it. Alright? You ever hear there's no such thing as negative publicity? There are people who are buying it just to talk shit on it. They're making money on this game, Mr. Tassi. They're not these poor fucking developers in the third world that are just like, we need fucking help. Our fucking thing was flooded and fucking Sony fucked us with their fucking... They gave us all this money to help us and then, we lied about it and it's their fault. Sure, if No Man's Sky really burned you that badly, then ignore updates, ignore potential DLC, and never buy another Hello Games title because you now know better. But I think people do overlook the appeal of the game that was produced for a certain crowd who enjoys the exploration and sci-fi photography and ship hunting and whatever else you can do in the game. No, you just nailed it. You nailed it in one sentence. You nailed it in one sentence. One sentence. No, it's not Star Citizen, but it's not this infinite void of terribleness that you would imagine if you went only by the public reaction to the game since launch. No, it's not. It's not. Okay? And if he had told us that's what it was, and I paid $60 for it, and I felt disappointed, I wouldn't be saying shit. Because he would have told me what I was buying. But since he lied to me and told me a bunch of shit that I wasn't buying, and didn't end up being there, that's why I have a problem, okay? This fucking guy. This is my own personal view, and I know a lot of people won't share it, that any further No Man's Sky content would ever cost money is just unfathomable to many. It's not, because I know there's fucking idiots like you in the world. It's not unfathomable. Like, I've looked at what Destiny did, and what Destiny has gotten away with, okay? Basically turning their expansions into fucking deep hardcore quotations. Their expansions. Alright? Basically turning them into a fucking microtransaction casino. That's what they are, right? Like, you're buying a casino. You're going in there, you're fucking throwing all your money in there, Paul. You're just itching, you're fucking scratching. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to give me some more Bungie loot. And really, when you get down to it, that's my main problem with your entire article and your entire argument, is that it is a problem. Because it is creating a trend within the industry where games are being dumbed down to give you instant gratification so that you can fucking feel like a badass, so that you'll spend money on all the fucking little bells and whistles that they charge you for. Alright? I mean, there's a reason in Overwatch, it shipped with loot boxes. There's a reason, Black Ops 3 it shipped with loot boxes. There's a reason Destiny has turned into what it is. It's because, and all these other games, Metal Gear fucking 5 shipped with fucking microtransactions. Or had them later, I don't know. But, I mean, For Honor shipped with microtransactions. I mean, it's almost every release nowadays. It's a fucking problem, and here's why. Because you're willing. You're willing to sit there, Mr. Paul Tassi, and declare to the world that you're willing to give Hello Games more money for more content in a game like No Man's Sky. That literally tells me everything I would ever need to know about your spending habits ever. I mean, if that's something you are 100% comfortable with, after the way that they've behaved, and I'm not saying I would never buy a product that they made again. If they made a good game, man, I'd be down to play it. All right? I'd be down to give them the coin for a good game. This has never been about that. This has been about the disrespect that we as gamers get from this industry. The complete disregard to our intelligence. When they lie to us, they show us these things, they tell us this, and then, it's created this whole fucking sub-fucking argument where if you buy day one and you're like, I'm kind of pissed that they fucking lied about this game, there's a whole group of people that are coming out that are like, you're fucking stupid for buying it day one. And you start to believe that. You start to believe like, I'm a fucking idiot for fucking, trusting this company that it made good games in the past, or this company that, I believed in because they said that they were going to, shake it up and change the way things are done. And I believed that what he was saying was true. I believed that these things were going to be in the game. It's just, but they're just going to continually lump me in with the people who were sending the death threats, which is why I call into question their fucking existence, because that's been a fail-safe argument for everyone defending No Man's Sky forever since that happened. It's always been about that. Like, they had death threats. You're just one of those people spreading hate, trying to fucking gather a witch hunt and fucking holy crusade against Sean Murray and Hello Games. No. This is a whole crusade, holy crusade against the entire fucking industry. Alright? If that's what you want to call it. I just call it, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see the same amount of respect from this fucking industry that everyone else gets from everything else that they buy daily. I just want the same respect. I want honesty. That's it. And I definitely don't want to see games turn into Destiny, where you take a grand fucking massive scale of an idea and dumb it down into a fucking casino expansion plan. I definitely don't want to see that. And that's why I had to take Mr. Tassi to task on this. And I honestly feel like I needed to do this video because, like Jim Sterling said, gonna quote him again, not giving a fuck the entire time. Internet outrage is like a firework. It's huge, it's explosive, then it quickly burns away. And what we're left with is just a memory of a flash, right? And then guess what happens? Nothing changes. Because it's just a memory. And then it happens again and we're like, oh fuck, remember that one time it happened? Yeah, I remember that one time it happened. And we've all got stories about that one fucking time it happened. But it keeps fucking happening. Okay? So that's why I did this video. People can say, whatever the fuck they want. Like, it's all about views and fucking this, that, or the other. You know what? Yeah. Every time I make a video, I want it to get as many views as possible. Call me a fucking asshole for that if you want, but I thought that was kind of the point of fucking having a YouTube channel. And I just wanted to rail against some of these asshole commenters. Like, that's literally reading this article. It felt so akin to reading all the comments I get from people that defend this game and apologize for it and call me a fucking hater and just, you know, an unreasonable piece of shit. Entitled, baby. I'm so entitled, you guys. I gave them $60 and I want fucking my money, like money's worth. See, because I gave them $60 based on what he was saying. Right? Not on any other reason. There was no other reason I gave them $60. What I gave them $60 for were the fucking things that Sean Murray had shown, were the things that Sean Murray had said, and 90% of that shit was not in the game, and the 10 cent that was there barely worked. Barely worked. That's the reality of No Man's Sky. Alright? And these fucking free updates, they're not free. They're not free. Anything they give us from this point out, until they've reached, I'd say at least, I'd fucking say they could stop toiling away for free content at fucking 50% of what the game was supposed to be. 50% of what the game was supposed to be, and you'll hear me shut the fuck up and quietly leave this subject behind. But until then, I'm Jackson. I fucking love you guys. Till next time, keep kicking ass, keep being awesome, stay safe, and remember, just because you want people to be honest with you doesn't mean you wish them harm in any way, doesn't mean you wish anything bad would happen to them at all. You just want a little honesty. I feel like at least my $60 could have bought an explanation, Mr. Murray. Give me an explanation. We're all waiting for it. That's it for me, Jackson. Talk to y'all later.